clean. Clean as it's gonna get. Hopefully there's enough space for all of her stuff.
All right, guys. So today we have Rob and Sophie. So Sophie is 23, Rob is 32. First red flag is the age gap. I know it's only 9 years, but to be in your 30s dating someone who is just now really peeking into their, 20s, like she's still in her prime, it's a little like, But Rob doesn't look his age either. He does look pretty young, so I guess that's a good thing. But I will say their age difference is a little bit of a red flag for me. I don't know if y'all peeped that Hennessy bottle with the wolf, but I know it's rough out in California, but I did not think it was that rough, okay? Of course, they had to show them crazy shots, but let's see how this goes. And yeah, Sophie is cute though. I'm not gonna lie. She's a very beautiful woman, and Rob's not ugly either. He's handsome. He just looks like he's really full of himself. So we're gonna see how this goes.
Get everything ready.
Can't forget the stereo.
I got big plans on how to greet her and welcome her. It's a bit stressful, but I think I'm gonna be ready.
No shade. I only know this because of personal experience, but usually when you have to take a speaker into your car, it's because your radio doesn't. Usually when you have to take a speaker into your car, it's because your radio doesn't work and you want to play music aloud. Now, am I knocking Rob? No. A paid off car is probably the biggest flex. I pray to God that thing is paid off if the speakers does not work or the radio does not work. However, if I thought that the wooden stick in the trunk was enough, this has really showed me like I don't think I ever want to live in California because it looks like a struggle. Okay. Yeah. So again, I only know from personal experience, if you have to take a speaker in your car, it's because your radio doesn't work. And I'm a little shocked.
I've worn the same outfit for like 25 hours.
This is not how I wanted to look after not seeing Rob in 6 months. I kind of wanted to look cute, put some makeup on, put a cute outfit on, but I'm sweaty and I smell bad. Great.
So again, I do think Sophie is a very beautiful girl. I think she seems really nice and sincere. I don't really get like a bad vibe from her. However, poor thing, like I understand with the flight situation. I have definitely did those types of flights before where you just feel like you stink. You've been in that cabin with those people all tight and up close. You don't feel as fresh. Any scent that you had on is definitely worn off in 25 hours. So I feel for the girl. I wish she wouldn't be so nervous because Rob isn't even all that. I think she is a very beautiful girl. And again, I think she seems so sincere. Like, I really do hope that in the end she's happy no matter what way this goes. But I definitely feel her in the flight situation because I would honestly feel 100% the same way. Like, I would just be over it. 25 hours in a plane. You can hang it up.
I'm very confused. What is going on? Okay.
So, I'm gonna give him an E for effort. I personally would have been like really, really mad if someone had did this to me. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he was coming from a genuine point, or he was trying to come off genuine. He was really just trying to express his love. And I get it. I feel like Rob isn't really much of a dancer. So that was kind of one thing. And also too, to do it in the airport, like it's just a little weird for me. The flowers and you giving me a big old hug would have probably been good. So the little dance thing, I'm like, it's a little cringy. Again, though, I know he's coming from like a good standpoint. Like he's really just trying to be a good boyfriend. And I feel like he was giving like some type of effort. But at the same time, like that childish dance was not necessary, Rob. Like it really wasn't. It was really hard not to laugh during that clip, but to each his own. Sophie laughed about it, so hopefully she enjoyed it for sure. But Yeah, I don't think that was a win, Rob.
Like, if a British guy did the stuff Rob did, I would be disgusted. I would never speak to him ever again. But Rob, and he's American, so he can, like, get away with it. But, yeah, if guys from my hometown did it, I'd be like, ew.
We made it, we made it.
I made it.
You made it.
Once the dance was done, I think that she thought that was the moment, and I liked it because it was like, you don't know what my next move.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have thought too that that was like the moment you were gonna propose. Why else would you do some weird dance just to hand off roses or flowers? Yeah, it was a little odd if you ask me. I don't really know what the purpose was then, because at that point, I don't know. I really don't get. I don't understand Rob. I don't know if it's just because like I'm an East Coast person. He's from the West Coast. And not only that, Rob gives me the vibe that he is very full of himself, which confidence is one thing, but to be kind of like self-loathing is a whole nother. Like, I don't know. I think Rob needs to be humbled a little bit, but that's just me. That's just the vibe that I get from him. Now, is he a bad guy? I don't think he's a bad guy. However, I feel like he does kind of toot his own horn. Let me just say that, okay? But yeah, I would have thought he was proposing too, because why do all that? Why get all that attention just to dance and hand off flowers? Like, I'm confused, but it's Rob.
Is he here? Is he up here? Where are you?
Did you count the elevator?
I'm on floor 4. I used the elevator properly, like a normal person, and it worked.
Can't stand it.
What?
Clip, just right before this incident, they did get stuck in the elevator. Rob got in and was pressing all kinds of buttons like a child and ended up getting stuck. And she made statements like, oh, I'm a little claustrophobic. Like, I really feel like I need to get out of here. It's making it's making my anxiety a little high. So, of course, he kind of seemed a little irritated by it, but they finally get out. Cool. As he's supposed to be going to go get the car, which I'm a little confused by, because he walked to the car and then is walking back once she calls, trying to figure out where he's parked or where he's at so that way they can go home. Again, she just got on a 25-hour flight to go be with this man. So, of course, she's tired, irritated. The time zones are definitely different. So, she's not going to have the most energy right now or the most patience. She's just ready to go and probably get some sleep. So, for her to call Rob just to see where he's at, and she's like, hey, I got the elevator to work, unlike you, just making like a smart remark, but at the same time, she's definitely laughing the situation off. She's not like hounding him. And for him to be like, I can't stand you, really just kind of is like, wow. Like, it's day one and there's already issues. So I do worry, but we're going to see.
Are you angry at me?
Because, oh my God, you all this attitude over the damn elevator.
You don't think she broke it? I'm just wondering, you don't think she broke it?
No, I really think I broke it.
Alright, chill. Okay, chill.
It's like the whole day.
I'm not the whole day, Rob.
Kind of the whole day for me.
I just proposed. I just did a dance in front of everyone.
If you've been separated from somebody that you're with for a long period of time, like your first day, you're going to want to be intimate, but, just be loving on each other, stuff like that. So for you to be snapping, it's like, dude, just shut up. Just wait till you get home. Like, even if you're mad, like, yo, you'll be over it in a couple hours. Like, to be like nagging at her like you're a female is like beyond me. It's beyond me. Like, I feel like this situation wasn't that serious and be like, oh, you're messing up my vibe. Like, is that how Californians act? Like, I'm confused. Like, I really am, because to act like you had a whole vibe anyways, your vibe was corny. So if she messed it up, that's good, okay? You needed to just chill out, enjoy her company, and be happy that she's there and not self-loathing and being all excited and, you know what I'm saying, trying to get attention for yourself. It's weird. It's so weird. And I get that you're irritated. You can be irritated, but at the same time, to be like snapping on her saying like, I can't stand you, like those remarks, honey, I would not be laying up with nobody that's saying that the first day I fly 25 hours to go be with them. Are you crazy? crazy.
For her to be pissed off at me about something that I cannot control.
In my defense, you did control it because you did break it, but yeah.
And that's a ridiculous response.
Definitely.
That's just the stupidest
Anyway,
response.
my reason is I'm very, I'm extremely tired. It's 4 in the morning in England.
So
but
you're not helping.
it doesn't have to
You are
be.
not helping.
You know what's not helping, Rob? The fact that you want to have a whole argument and not say, you know what, babe? I did get in the elevator, start pressing buttons. I didn't think it was going to get stuck. That was my bad. And left it at that. Like she said, it was 4 in the morning in London, her time. She just flew 25 hours. She had to run to her next gate in like less than 10 minutes. And if you know airport sizes, all airports are not small. 10 minutes is a very short time frame to get to where you're going. And if you're not able to stop, use the restroom, freshen up. Like I'm the type of person, I do not use the restroom on the plane. It's just like getting up, especially because I always pick a window seat. Getting up is a hassle. So if you are like that and you only have 10 minutes from the time you land to get to your next one that's about to depart, that is a very, very short period of time. Then the time difference, she's exhausted. She's just ready to get to where she's going. 25 hours in a plane, yo. And you're over here like, you're not making it any better. You sound childish because she has the right to be irritated. You've been just waiting around all day for her to come. And you should be the one kind of self-soothing her because it's 4 a.m. If you've been in an airplane for a whole entire day, I don't think anyone is going to be in a great mood by the time they land, especially given the time zone difference. My biggest pet peeve is when you say anything and someone tries to call you stupid because you're saying something you see as a fact. You did break it. You're the reason why it got stuck. How does she get in it and hit a button and it goes, and when you're in it hitting a button or multiple buttons, it gets stuck? Like, just be real. Like, oh my goodness, okay. Like, if you would have just said okay and been like, you know what, you're right, I broke it, the whole discussion would have been over. Y'all could have laughed about it and y'all could have went and had a good night. Like, it's just, he comes off so argumentative. It kills me. It kills me.
We get into Rob's neighborhood. I have been here before, but I don't feel like safe. Obviously, there's bad places in England. I'm not saying all of England's great. I'm just saying where I lived in London, the streets are like cleaned up after. Like homeless people have places to go, so they're not just on the street. It's like completely different to where I was living.
She don't know anything about what the hood is.
To point out things that are dangerously happening around you, or even just to point them out in movies, like, oh, I live right around the corner from this. Of course, she's going to have a little bit of like hesitation when it comes to thinking your home is safe. Seeing as many homeless people around and people that are living in such poverty, she's not going to feel the safest. As a woman, it is very normal to not feel safe in those type of circumstances, but the violence is mostly tied to poverty. About Rob, you're with a woman that you know doesn't understand this type of lifestyle or living. Clearly she doesn't get it because guns are banned in the UK. I don't know. I feel like in this segment, like Rob is downplaying her feelings as a woman to be concerned about the area that he is living in. Clearly with poverty comes crime. The more poverty that is in an area, the more the crime rates are higher. Let's be real. So for you to downplay the fact of like, you're in the hood, well, yes, in her mind, she looks at that's a higher chance of me getting robbed. That's a higher chance of something bad happen to me in general because I'm a woman. Women are easy targets in any state. So for him to be like, oh, come on, man. Like, no one's going to shrug it off, especially someone from the UK that does not see gun violence every day. I do feel like Rob is being a little bit insensitive about the situation. However, I do think that she just has to be around there a little while to kind of see and get a feel on how it really is like.
Home sweet home, baby, home sweet home.
I've been waiting for years.
Man, that bag is heavy as little as it is.
Oh, so cute.
So yeah, there's dinner here. You notice anything different about the spot? Anything at all?
You know, I gave you a little desk area. You even got a little TV on there so we can game together, stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
got you your own dresser in the corner. Try to make it a little bit more of a vibe where me and you can be more comfortable.
Why am I not surprised that Rob is a gamer? Like seriously, why am I not surprised? And the fact that like he makes this little corner for her, which yeah, he thought about her, like cool. His house doesn't really look, or his apartment, whatever this is, it doesn't really look dirty. However, it looks super packed. Like it looks like it's hard enough for one person to exist there. So for both of them to be moving in, and this girl has like 5 suitcases, I'm really curious on how this is gonna play out for sure.
My apartment in London is very different from Rob's place in Inglewood. Like, I live in an apartment. It has like a little rooftop area, which is super cute, and you can like see a lot of London. It's like very bright and airy. Mine is very clean. Robbie! Hello!
He's like, is this really you?
He's like, is it you?
So I'm not really surprised that Sophie had more of a higher scale or upscale living in the UK. She does look like she does come from money, and that's not an insult or anything like that. I feel like for her to have money and her own things, she doesn't seem like a very snooty or stuck up person. So I still think that she seems like very genuine. And I do think that she really loves Rob, because to give up what she has in the UK to come to live in California, a very dangerous state, also that's in the States, but not only that, to live kind of in the condition that he allows, I think that really shows a lot for her character. Like, you know, the materialistic stuff doesn't matter as much to her. So shout out to Sophie. I really like that.
I wish I could give her more. I wish I had that already right now, but I don't. So I'm gonna move forward and just stay positive and let that negativity and judgment kind of like, you know, off the shoulders. I'm not gonna let that get to me.
What is it? Oh.
Just like a little bit of
I feel like Rob's attitude is very, I feel like he's a little condescending, not gonna lie. But that comes with the process. You know, people are all different. And I think that Sophie is really coming off genuine, that she really does love Rob. I can clearly tell this is not a money thing. And I really do hope he stands on his word. If he says that he wants to be able to take care of her and give them a nice life, like I really hope he stands 10 toes to it. And I don't really know what he does for work. However, I really wonder if he's considered moving to another state, because I know California living is so expensive. It's ridiculous. So I wonder if he would be able to provide for her in another state with more well living situations, because clearly they're eating outside. So he doesn't really have much of an eating area inside. And I'm sure Sophie is okay with this for the time being. But for the long run, I feel like things might have to change. So tell me what you think down below. Do you think Sophie and Rob are going to make it to the end? Me personally, I think it's a 50-50 chance. I really do feel like it depends on what they put into this relationship, on both sides. I do think Rob needs to change a little bit, and maybe Sophie needs to change a little bit. However, I do think they're both genuinely decent people. I don't get really bad vibes from either of them. So I really do hope whatever happens in life, it works out for the best for both of them. So yeah, until next time, guys, definitely hit that like, thumbs up button if you do like this video, like this type of style. Appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, I'll catch you later.